Hello everyone. Hello everyone, this is Jasmine. Welcome to Xcel Global Services. We're back with another Migration Hour Live with our Mara agent. And today we are going to address the elephant in the room, which is Victoria State. As we know that it's a very big news, and in our last live we were discussing how everyone is eagerly waiting for this, and we're going to answer all the questions and the eligibility requirements regarding Victoria State. So we have our registered migration agent, Mrs. Pooja Rawal. Hi, ma'am. How are you?
Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for having me.
Yes. So, ma'am, can you please explain the eligibility requirement for subclass 190?
Yep. Uh, as we all are, sorry, as we all are aware that last on 12th of September, Victoria has finally opened, and all that waiting time for everyone who was residing in Victoria has finally come to end. So. As everyone is looking forward for subclass 190 and subclass 491. So, Jasmine, you want me to clarify subclass 190? Is that what you asked me?
Yes. The eligibility requirement for subclass
See,
190.
compared to last year, there is nothing much change for subclass 190. You should still be very committed to live in Victoria, and you should still have your expression of interest. You should be also lodging your ROI, which is a registration of interest, and you should be under 45 years old. You should have competent English minimum in order to be eligible, and you should have a valid skill assessment in one of the occupation in eligible skill occupation list, and also you should achieve at least 65 points in order to be eligible to lodge for subclass 190. And yep, so if anyone has an active ROI, registration of interest, you should not be withdrawing it unless any things has changed, like for example your income level has gone higher than what you are doing. In case if your income level has gone down than what you have claimed in your ROI, uh, if you have changed, if that's the thing, then only you can withdraw your ROI and relodge it. If not, then your active ROI will still be in place.
Okay, so basically, all the requirements, most of the requirements are same as last year. And
Yeah.
what if an applicant gets a pre-invite? What are the documents required for the final invitation?
So remember, when you get pre-invite, you have got 14 days to apply for final invite, and whatever you have claimed in your ROI, for example, if you have claimed any income in your ROI, you need to have backed up document in order to prove that. For example, if you have claimed that you are earning 90,000, then you need to have all supporting document of your employment that shows that you are earning 90,000. That is your employment contract, your pay slips. They will ask for most recent 4 weeks pay slip, so you need to have that. So also you need to have your superannuation statement and also a position description. Like for example, if you are saying that you are working as a business analyst, you should have that in evidence that you are working there as a business analyst. And if you are saying you're working, you are earning 100,000, then you need to have all those evidences backed up by your pay slips, your superannuations, and your employment contract. Apart from that, you need to have your valid passport, and also you need to have your English language test, where you have claimed your points, and also your positive skill assessment. None of them should be expired.
Okay, so basically, all these documents, people, applicants need to take care that they have all these
Yeah.
documents or arrange them for their, final
Yes.
invitation.
If someone's skill assessment is expiring and you have reapplied for your skill assessment, like for example, if my skill assessment is expiring in just for example, if my skill assessment is expiring on 20th, and I have reapplied now, which you might know
Mm-hmm.
might at this stage, with any skill assessing body, minimum time that you are looking at is 1 month to maximum time. It depends on which skill assessing body you have applied. So you can't go ahead and apply for registration of interest, because if you get an invite, your skill assessment is expired. So that way, you are losing your chances of getting your invite. You're basically just getting that wasted. So rather than that, you have to do your pre homework. So if anyone's skill assessment is expiring in another couple of months, please make sure you reapply for your skill assessment right now. If anyone's English score is expiring in a couple of months or a month's time, then make sure that you already have applied and got the valid whatever you have claimed in your UI and ROI. So yes, all those you have to be a little bit of proactive, and you have to be a little bit of vigilant, and not leave everything for the last minute. You need to be proactively working on your points that you have claimed in your UI until you get your final invitation.
Definitely. So that now we have covered subclass 190. What are the requirements for subclass 491?
Also, one thing that would like to tell about subclass 190 is, since it's not asking that you need to be working in a nominated occupation, and it has not said that you need to be working in any skill level. So people who are not currently working and who is working in any skill level, they're eligible to apply for subclass 190. Yeah. Now coming to subclass 491, this year there has been a little bit of changes compared to last year, because as we all know, last year, in mid of last financial year, Victoria had come and said that anyone who's living in metropolitan city as well, if they want to apply for subclass 491, they are they are eligible to apply. But this financial year, with the new requirement, they have said that people who are living and working in regional, they are only qualified to apply for subclass 491. Okay, so
Okay.
that is one of the change compared to last year. And rest, most of the thing as it is. You should be committed to live in regional Victoria. You should have EOI, active EOI. On basis of that, you should be lodging your registration of interest, which is ROI. You should still be under 45. You should still have a competent English. You should still have a positive skill assessment on one of the occupation, which is a eligible occupation list of Victoria, of department. And also, like, you should be working, as I told you, you should be living and working in a skilled level 1 to 3 in order to apply for your subclass 491. So yes, and overall you should still have 65, you should still be scoring 65 points in order to lodge for your subclass 491. And yeah, that is what you are looking at.
Okay. So just major changes that you should be living and working in regional to apply.
Yes, yes, definitely. As you should be living and working in skilled occupation in Victoria, I mean regional Victoria.
Regional
Yes,
Victoria. Okay.
you can't be like not working, or you can't be working in non-skilled occupation and then applying for the Victoria 491. It is very crucial for you to understand where you are working, and where you are working is eligible to apply for subclass 491. If you are not sure, then please seek a professional help. Go to any migration agent. Either way, you can contact us, and our contact number is over there. You can just send us a message. We'll get back to you, letting you know and clarifying your doubts whether you are eligible to apply for subclass 400 or not.
Okay. Yeah. So, like, since Queensland was not prioritizing any occupations, but is Victoria prioritizing any specified skilled occupations?
See, especially in for offshore application for Victoria for subclass 491, they have said that um, they are going to prioritize healthcare, social service and education. I think that's more of a same, like set of occupation, like, which most of the states currently, though they are announcing it or not announcing, those occupation will be prioritized. Healthcare sector, education, and social work. It's at the moment, it's like, icing in the cake. Anyone who has one of these occupation, they are like really, they have got high probability of getting invitation.
Mhm.
And also, I would like to add, like, any, like, for example, for 190, though they have said without working also you can still apply for ROI. But always
Mhm.
remember, like, your probability of invite might be less if you're not working. But if you're working in any, any skill level 1, 2, 3, and if you are earning handsome salary, then definitely there is more probability for you getting invite. If not, then try to enhance your score. As I've been reiterating this in every live session that I've come, that how important it is for you to enhance your point, because 5 points can either make or break your, like, life, whether you can get invitation or you might not, you might miss the round. So
Mhm.
if you think you are capable of enhancing your points, and if you see any, if you're not sure how you can do that, you can always go and consult any migration agent, and they will be able to help you.
Okay, that's great news. Hearing about 491 and 190. So, ma'am, there are many applicants who are not getting the invite or who do not fulfill the eligibility criteria. So, is there any alternative visa stream that they can apply?
Like, for example, if someone is already working in a skill level in their nominated occupation, and they are struggling to enhance their points, like, for example, they are not able to get superior, proficient English, they've got only competent English, then they are lacking 20 points down there in the ladder. So if they are struggling and they are not getting any invite, and they are already working with the, employer in the nominated occupation, and they can think of obviously employer sponsored visa as well, so which is subclass 482, 186, and subclass 494. So yes, and also, the subclass 407 as well, which they can think of. So in order to know more about this, you can always contact us and we'll be able to tell you, because again, for all these visa subclasses, there are certain, requirement for eligibility, whether you will be eligible or not, because you need to make sure that you meet those eligibility criteria before you go. But if someone is already working for numbers of years and they've been repeatedly trying for general skill migration, and they are not able to secure that invite, then probably it's time for you to think about, employer sponsorship, if your employer is willing to sponsor you. So there are certain requirement which we'll talk in detail in next live.
Okay. So there are
Okay.
always options in case the applicants, are struggling with some documents or fulfilling the eligibility criteria. There's always another option for them to apply using,
Yeah.
em-
Yep.
employer-sponsored stream.
Definitely, Jasmine. As I told you, if somebody is struggling to enhance, pull up their points, and they've been trying from couple of last couple of financial years, and if they are not able to secure, but they've been working in their nominated field, and if the employer is happy to sponsor them, then they can always consult a migration agent, and they will be able to tell them whether the employer is eligible to sponsor you or not, whether you are eligible to get sponsored or not. So you that is the time you definitely need to seek a professional help.
Yeah, definitely. So I think that answers all the queries regarding the Victoria State 190 and 491. And
Mm.
next time we will be back with employer sponsored stream subclasses that Pooja ma'am recently mentioned, 186, 482. So we'll be covering all the queries and all the doubts regarding that and the eligibility criteria as well. Thank you for joining us.
I think there are some questions.
Um, Yes. So there's one question from our viewer, which is what English test is required?
So in order to know like which English skill like language test is eligible, you there is a web, you can go into the immigration website where they have clearly stated what all language test is eligible. But just for your understanding, like for example, you can either give PT, you can give IELTS, you can also give like for example, at the moment, remember, TOEFL is not eligible. Okay. So yes, I think these are different English language skill test that you can do in order to claim that point for English. Yeah.
Okay. So I hope that answers the question.
And also, like, you can also do CAE, which is a Cambridge English Advanced Test. So that also, that's another. So at the moment, there is a three option you've got.
Three
TOEFL
options.
is not. Please remember, TOEFL at this stage is not, eligible for migration purpose. It's only IELTS, PTE, and CAE, which is a Cambridge English Advanced Test.
Okay. Yeah. I think there are no other questions. The ones that are we've already answered. So
Yep.
so we'll wind up the live. And if you have any questions regarding 491 190, we are here. We are happy to answer, and you can contact us on the number below.
Thank you.
Thank you.